Hello, Truck You Buddy here. I'm going to do a quick gear video. The reason I say quick is because I've watched all y'all's videos, gear videos, and boy, oh boy, I'm kind of sick and tired of watching gear videos. But I thought, well, maybe somebody will get some kind of input from, some kind of benefit from something I have to say. So I'm Truck You Buddy. That's based on my YouTube channel, trail name Truck, until I stumble upon something better. And here's my story. My sister, Windflyer, she announced about a year ago, she's been planning for 20 years, but about a year ago she decided she's going to hike the Appalachian Trail, and she started gathering her gear and planning all year, and she said, hey, anybody in the family want to come and meet me or do a little section hike here and there with me? Come on down. So, you know, didn't get a lot of time with my sister growing up, and so I thought, hey, I'm 55, I'm in fairly good shape, and I should go hiking with her. So this past summer, my wife and I, we hiked on the North Country Trail, and we hiked 100 miles throughout the summer, just going on the weekends. And for some reason, we never, only one time, got a few sprinkled. The entire summer, only one time did we get wet. So we have no idea what it's like to hike in the rain. I've never slept outside in a backpacking tent. I've camped, but on an air mattress. So I've never lived out of a backpack. I've never packed. The snow came, and I never had a chance to walk with my pack on, and so I have barely even got to carry the pack. I have not been in the rain hiking at all. It's been so cold, I haven't even been able to hike for about 2 months. And so yeah, I'm going to be a newbie out there, but I've decided that I'm going to go out on the trail with my sister, and I'm going to go for 2 weeks. I took my vacation, and I'm going to camp for 2 weeks with my sister on the Appalachian Trail. And then I'm going to give her a big kick in the butt and send her on her way as she tries to complete her through hike. So yeah, that's the story. So I've got all my gear, and it's taken me a good 7 months of buying things and sending it back. I bought a hammock, and as I found myself swinging away at night and getting sick inside the hammock, I quickly realized that maybe hammock camping wasn't for me. And then I tried to get up out of the hammock. And when I tried to get up out of the hammock, I could not sit up. Now, probably because of my large size, I wasn't able to get up. So what I ended up doing is rolling out of the hammock onto the ground. And I'm thinking, if I'm going to be on the ground anyway, I guess I'm going to tent camp. So these are how the decisions that you do about your gear are going to happen. Now, I can tell you from what I know is, you see all these people gathering gear for ultra light. And I was going to try to go ultra cheap. And because I was going ultra cheap, that means ultra heavy, and my pack was going to top 40 pounds easy. So quickly I've sent gear back, returned gear. Thank God for Amazon, because without Amazon I would be lost right now, because there's no stores within, well, an REI is an hour away from where I live. So there's just no way for me to constantly go into REI and pick up gear or whatever. There's a Dick's Sporting Goods, but everybody knows they have some things, but not really what most hikers want to do. So, you know, I'm not doing a through hike. I'm going to go for 2 weeks with my sister. I still have to go back to my job. And so I'm really bummed about that. I already know that when it comes time to leave the trail, I'm probably going to be pretty sad about it. But so I'm doing my 2 weeks on the trail just like y'all are planning your through hike. I'm planning for a trip of a lifetime here, to make some serious memories of my time on the Appalachian Trail, and I may never get to go back. So I'm gonna do it like y'all do it, like I'm doing a through hike. Anyway, let's get to the gear. This is my Nemo Dagger 2P tent. It's a 2-person tent. I went with that because I believe it was Red Mage 7 months ago said that he went with a 2-person tent because he's a big guy and he wanted a little extra room in there to put your gear in. Now here's something to remember. Because I got a 2-person tent, this tent ends up at about 4 pounds in my pack, where I could have saved 1 pound by getting a 1-person tent. So it's all about the comfort and the comforts that you choose to have out on the trail. Anyway, so I went with the Nemo Dagger 2P tent. It's all set up here. This sets up in just a matter of minutes, less than 5. There are no stakes in my tent right now, and they don't need to be there. The rainfly clips right to the bottom corners all the way around. Just clip it on there, and then you put the poles in and hook your tent to the poles, and then you throw the rain cover over it, and you can put some stakes in if you want, but your gear and yourself will hold it down. If you get a windy day, I have the stakes, really lightweight stakes that came with it, and so I'm happy with that. This has a bathtub type floor in it, so you can get a good 6 inches of water flooding around you before it comes inside your tent. So that might keep my gear warm and dry. We're going to find out, because I've been watching y'all's videos and ain't nobody out there dry yet. Alright, let's move on to, anyway, the tent comes with this stuff sack. It all fits in there nicely. You can put the poles in with it, and it's this long, or you can put the poles somewhere else and make your bag half as long. Well, that's really great. I really like the tent. It's nice, but again, I've never once had the opportunity to sleep in it outside. So we're gonna see how that goes. So for my sleep system, is what I'm gonna go with right here. We have, this is an Outdoor Vitals 30-degree underquilt. It can be used underneath the hammock. It can be zipped shut, so you can use it as a sleeping bag. And I'm a pretty big guy, and I fit right in there. It's a little snug, but it's not too bad. It's very warm. You can unzip it and use it just for a blanket and just tuck it around your sides of your sleeping pad, and you know, that way you can have a leg hanging out, which is what I like to do. So yeah, as long as it don't get down to, I seen Bess, I think she said she did a video in her backyard with one of these quilts, 30-degree quilt, and she slept out there till it was 18 degrees and ran in the house. So as long as it don't get down below 25, I guess I'll probably be okay. This is very light, and it was only $120. So that's why I went with the underquilt from Outdoor Vitals. It comes with its own stuff sack again, and it's supposed to be waterproof. I hope I don't have to test that. Then we have a sleeping pad. I got the Sea to Summit, what's it called? Sea to Summit Thermalite sleeping pad. And this thing is as long as my tent. Because I bought the XLT, the long one, so I could just sprawl out. I tried a couple sleeping pads and they got sent back because I just couldn't sleep. I couldn't go to sleep. It wasn't comfortable. The Sea to Summit blows up from both sides. You can find videos about it, so I don't need to show you here. It blows up from both sides, so if one side happened to get a hole in it, you're still going to have air from the other side. And I think that's a good safety feature, as well as, man, it's comfortable. So I'm hoping to get a halfway decent sleep. I'm a side sleeper, and I needed that. The pad just wasn't going to do it for me. And what I got to blow it up with is the Sea to Summit Stuff Sack, which is also called the Airstream Pump Sack. This is an amazing thing. You plug that onto the end of your Sea to Summit pad. You simply blow in this bag a couple times, blow it sack like that, see that air? And it blows up the sack. You do that about 3 to 4 times, and that's one side is full. That's it. That's really it. Just a quick done. You got air, blow it up. So the Sea to Summit Airstream stuff sack. Now the other thing, this is a stuff sack. So you can put some clothes in there that you don't want to get wet, or whatever you want that you don't want to get wet. And you can also store that and then use it at night to blow up your sleeping pad. I think that's amazing. So a couple more things here. Right here, I bought this, I cut it in half, but this is a knee pad for kneeling outside while you're working in your flower bed, or a construction person working on a car, or whatever. You can kneel on it, because I'll tell you what, the hard ground kills my knees. And honestly, I have a hard time getting up and down off the ground. I'm 55, I got a little tear in my hip, I got a little extra around the waist, and it just makes it hard to get off the ground. I'm able to do it using my hiking poles, so I threw the stool out, because everybody says they throw the stools out. That was 2.5 pounds, so got rid of the stool. And I bought this pad anyway, so when I'm crawling around on the ground, putting stakes in, whatever, I can put these under my knees and just keep moving them forward. This is really completely weightless, and it cost $8, and then I cut the middle out of it to make 2 pads. So I'm bringing them, putting them in my backpack, and I'm bringing them to help me when I'm crawling around on the ground. The slightest little luxuries is what you got to have. Now my sister told me, you got to have a bear canister. There's bears out there, and it's a rule you have to have the bear canister. So I went and, now she's going to argue that with me, but anyway, I bought the Bear Vault 4500, and I got the Bear Vault 4500. This weighs like 1.5 pounds, a little more than that, and I put in 5 days worth of food. Well, guess what? You got to push it in there like all you got to get 5 days worth of food in here. 4 days is good, but 5, you're going to have a struggle getting everything in here. It's a wonderful Bear Vault, but I bought that and it wasn't big enough. So after I found out it wasn't big enough, I decided to buy the large Bear Vault. So I have the large Bear Vault too, and this is a beauty. You can put 6 or 7 days worth of food in here. And this is an awesome Bear Vault, but it weighs 2.9 ounces. 2 pounds, 9 ounces. 2 pounds, 9 ounces extra that you have to carry up the stairs at Amicalola Falls, over the top of Blood Mountain, all that situation. Now, then I'm watching y'all's videos. Thank God for your videos, I'm telling you. Because I found out that you only have to have a Bear Vault if you intend to sleep in the 5-mile section of between Jared Gap and Neal Gap, basically on top of Blood Mountain. As long as I don't sleep up there, you don't have to have one. They're only recommended. I'm watching all y'all's videos and nobody's carrying a Bear Vault, so I'm asking, hey, why is nobody carrying a Bear Vault? You don't have to have one, and it's extra weight. And I had my pack at 37 pounds, and man, that's heavy. So I have to cut weight. The only way to cut weight is to get rid of things that you don't need. You really have to do, it's a process to figure out what you need and what you don't need, and I'm telling you, the Bear Vault I don't need.